Good morning, my heart healers. This is Harriet, and I'm actually doing a morning podcast. I'm on my way to work. Apparently, I do a lot of my best thinking and talking when I'm driving, which is probably not the best thing. But inspiration struck, so I decided to go with it. I know that I said I was going to do my next podcast on essential oils, which I do still plan to do one this weekend on that. But I had a topic that was kind of on my heart, and figured if it was on my heart that there's probably some of you that could benefit from this too. And we've talked a lot about what it is to be an empath. We've talked a lot about ways that you can tell that you're an empath, and how we absorb other people's emotions and that kind of thing. But one thing that we haven't touched on is our own emotions, when those emotions are ours. What we do with them, how we feel about them, how we are around those that we love, what happens when we get into arguments. Because that is real life. Those things happen. So instead of talking today about, absorbing other people's emotions and how we help heal other people's hearts, today we're going to talk about what happens when we need a little heart healing of our own, because that can be a lot harder to take care of. We're always the ones that, we're trying to give of ourselves, and we try to take the burdens off people, or even not trying. As I've said before, we still end up doing it. But what happens when things happen in your life and you genuinely hurt, and you need some heart healing? It can be difficult, and especially if that involves people that are close to you, people in your family or close friends. Say you get in an argument or something like that. Those are things that should be discussed, because it's wonderful being an empath. It's great to be that person that helps other people and loves and cares and nurtures. And we do that 24/7. We do that without even trying. But the downside is that because we feel other people's emotions so much, because we feel, and so many people don't understand that, that's how we process life, is through feeling. We don't use, I don't say we don't use logic, but logic is not our primary intent. That's not how we experience the world. We experience it through our feelings. It kind of makes me think of like when you see little bugs walking on the ground, they have their antenna out, or a cat's whiskers or something. To me, it's like that's what our feelings are. That's how we feel out situations. That's how we process things. That's how we live our life, is through our feelings, for better or worse on that. That's what we do. And I think there are a lot of people that don't understand that we are harder, I think, on ourselves with our own emotions, because at least, and we can still, don't get me wrong, I know we can still ground out, or we can still get rid of the negative feelings and that kind of thing, but it's a lot tougher when it's your own. And me personally, I call it processing. It takes me a bit to kind of process things. And unfortunately, it means that sometimes I can hold on to things probably longer than most people would, which again goes back to wearing your heart on your sleeve, feeling things too deeply, and being very sensitive. When we hurt, we feel our own emotions so deeply. And, we are not the kind of people who can flip that switch so easily. Some people can do it, and kudos to them. That's great. I've never been one of those people. I've never been that person that can flip that switch and suddenly I'm all good. And I try to try to be someone that can get past things and try to beat those feelings down and get beyond it. But the fact of the matter is, sometimes it's just, a lot of times, it's just very difficult. So, people have different ways of dealing with hurt and feelings like that. Sometimes it helps to go for a walk. Sometimes it helps to go out by yourself. But I would say, at least for me, and actually, if you guys have some feedback on this, I would love to hear how you guys respond in a situation like this too. In this case, it would be nice to really know that, I would like your thoughts. I would like to hear what you have to say on it. But like I said, with me, I tend to withdraw. I withdraw from people, but I also kind of withdraw into my own little shell, which is probably not the best way to handle things. And I'm not perfect. There are things I'm still working on too. But for me, it is very natural to, when I am hurt, especially if it's something that's hurt me pretty deeply, which for others, and that's another thing too, things that hurt me deeply, other people are like, why did that hurt you? You're not being normal. That's not a normal reaction. You're overreacting. And I don't think I'm overreacting. To me, I'm having a normal reaction for me. So, yeah, do I feel a little too much? I feel a lot too much, yes. That's the whole point of being an empath, is you feel. And people don't understand just how deep those feelings can go. People don't understand how words can cut and hurt. And whereas your typical person that is not empathic might not have a problem letting something go or getting past it or not being hurt by something that was said. Empaths, we take that to heart, literally. We take it to heart, and it's a wound. It's something that needs healing, and some things are a little bit quicker to heal than others. And people that are in relationships with us, now when we have people that we love with everything we have. We love with our entire being, our heart, our soul, mind, spirit, everything that we've got to give. We give it gladly, we give it without thought. And we also open ourselves wide up for hurt and pain, because unfortunately that goes along with the human experience. That goes along with love. It goes along with life. It's a given. It's going to happen. But yeah, we open ourselves wide to that. And then when things happen and we feel it on a deeper level than a lot of people do. And then those people don't understand why we're hurting over it. They don't understand, why are we still hurting over it? Why aren't you over that yet? I got over that last night. Well, I couldn't flip my switch on that. It's not over for me. Because I guess for a better way to put it, I'm beating myself up over it. I'm thinking about what I should have done, what I could have done, what I should have done differently, and I know none of that helps. But just saying, these are the thought processes. These are the things that I think many of us go through. It's that how to process that pain. It's that we feel that on such a deep level that sometimes it takes a little bit to come up out of it. And I generally do. I have found that, like, things that make me laugh, things that make me happy, being around, like, people that will make me laugh and stuff like that, that helps me out a lot. caffeine and sugar helps me out. I hate to say it, but it's true. And if you don't do caffeine and sugar, that's fine. But in other words, something that kind of gives you, some pep. That helps. And basically, though, sometimes you just have to come to that understanding that you have to agree to disagree, and that there isn't going to be, you want that reconciliation and that understanding, and sometimes that just doesn't come. I will venture to say a lot of times that just doesn't come, and we just have to kind of come to terms with that as best we can. We have to realize it doesn't mean that person doesn't love us. It does mean that maybe they don't understand us as much as we would like them to. But we can't live every day like that. So in a situation like that, you just kind of have to do the best you can and just try to remember, I know this person loves me. I know they care about me. They just don't understand. They don't understand it from my point of view. And we can't hold that against them. Does that mean it's going to make the pain go away? No, it doesn't. Unfortunately, it's still going to be there. But it will start to fade. And eventually you'll get to where you feel back like yourself. But if you are the kind of person like me that tends to withdraw into yourself, I think that's a normal reaction for us. From everything that I've heard and read and talked to other people about, it's a normal thing. So you're not some weird freak because something still hurts you. So with that, I'm going to sign off this morning. It was just on my heart, and I wanted to talk about it. So I hope you have a good day, and I really appreciate you listening. And just remember, I saw a quote today, and it was so awesome, and I'm going to share it with you guys. It's kind of funny, but we actually have this up on our wall, and it says, "Today I will be positive despite the stupid people." So there's your happy quote for the day. Thanks for listening, guys, and I will do the oils one next, but I just want to talk about this first. So, all right, love y'all. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.